Hey guys, this is Deepika Padukone and you're listening to me on Radio De Hotties with Arzu Baba and Faltu Rani, where entertainment just got hotter.
Radio De Hotties, the best and hottest Indian radio network in the entire world.
Mahima Creations
Proudly present Premier Evening Drive Time Show. Pam Pam.
Yes, you heard it right.
Pam Pam. Every
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday. Let's beat the traffic.
Pam Pam.
Bye-bye. नमस्कार
नमस्ते
नमस्कार
वणक्कम
खुश आमदी
अस्सलाम वालेकुम
सत श्री अकाल
मेघांतरिकी वंदनम
जय स्वामीनारायण
जय श्री कृष्ण
जय जिनेंद्र
मैं अस्मान भाबंदो को बोल दे या अली मदद
मौला अली मदद बोलते हैं सारे फीजी मंडल वो इन्हीं सब जन हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा मैं फालतू बाबा
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, lekar aapke liye ek aur drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally mastani ban jani.
And of course, आज का show actually is a very interesting show for me to actually research about because we actually talked a lot about how Indian cinema is losing creativity.
Oh,
We have, right? Because अभी Hindi cinema जो है,
हाँ.
suddenly they started seeing a competition with regional cinema.
हाँ.
But I would always say Indian cinema for us has been the entire diaspora as opposed to just talking about the entire subcontinent as opposed to talking to one particular language. We have referred to Indian cinema as all the cinema produced by India.
okay.
Right? But the thing is, today we're talking about something related to this particular Indian cinema itself, especially specifically speaking Hindi cinema. And how Hindi cinema, we always talked about the fact that हमने Votax Wednesday किया था जहाँ पे we talked about how the music directors were careless in copying tunes from other places and regurgitating it to all the Indian population. And of course, becoming famous obviously. But later on, all the slack has been given to Preetham for copying a few tunes in the 2000s.
Right.
Now you can't blame Preetham ji for everything for that, right? Because he's been following the other guys who have been doing it.
Right.
And the point is, आज movies के बारे में बात करेंगे as opposed to songs. How about the Faltwani?
Absolutely.
The entire movie was taxed from a particular place. That's why we're talking take off. So our what is inspiration? Me and Faltwani discussing, really we're going head to head to the point of whether Lal Singh Chadda was a good decision or not. I kept on saying no, it's not a good decision. And Faltwani is like, why not? Why can't it be a good decision?
Correct.
Right? Because of the fact that probably, what is your argument, Faltwani? I don't want to put words into what you were talking about. What was your take on why Lal Singh Chadda is a good decision?
Well, Gunjan, मैं एक्चुअली बहुत सोच रही थी कि अगर ये जो फॉरेस्ट गंप मूवी है
I'll just talk about Lal Singh Chadda because Forrest Gump
wait I'll talk about that. I'll say कि why Altu was saying कि इतना एक मस्त क्लासिक मूवी था उस मूवी को ही कॉपी करके क्यों हम इन्होंने इनफैक्ट लाल सिंह चड्ढा बनाया. पहले तो मुझे भी ऐसा लगा कि क्यों आमिर खान को क्या जरूरत थी कि कोई मूवी को कॉपी करके बनाने के लिए. फिर मैंने सोचा मैंने खुद फॉरेस्ट गंप नहीं देखा है. Okay, in the first place. Okay, now don't judge me.
Nobody will.
But I'm also saying कि I wouldn't mind watching Lal Singh Chadda first and then watching Forrest Gump to see what was I wouldn't watch Forrest Gump in the beginning to kind of see because I will automatically start comparing. दूसरी चीज़ ये थी कि अगर एक ऐसी स्टोरी बनी है हमारी इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट हम लोग बहुत जो हम लोग यहाँ पे हैं जो इंडियन डायस्पोरा जो कहलाए जाते हैं द पीपल हु आर लाइक यू एंड मी राइट बंजन हम लोग एक्चुअली एक एलिटिस्ट बबल में रहते हैं राइट. हमारा एक ये है ओहो ऐसे ये कॉपी करके ऐसे बनाया था और इसको क्या जरूरत है. हमने ये मूवी बहुत सारे लोगों को वो मौका नहीं मिलता है. कितने लोगों ने इंडिया में फॉरेस्ट गंप देखे होंगे. How many people even have access to decent education in schools? To access to English medium education. For that matter, for them to be able to even can afford the money to be able to go and watch a movie in a theater, an English movie in a theater.
Yeah.
कितने सारे लोग हैं नहीं ना. लेकिन एक स्टोरी एक अच्छी स्टोरी बनी है कोई certain values पे कोई to bring light shine light on some aspects of the human persona, some story that's being told. So this story story is okay to be Indianized and spread to the Indian audience.
Nice.
जो हमारा जो grassroots वाला audience है, जो आपके जो front benchers या जो कहते हैं गांधी stall में दिखते हैं या आजकल मतलब you know जो villages में, towns में, छोटे-छोटे you know little places all over India. उनको एक मौका मिलेगा ना to at least know, read, not even read, watch and experience the story.
Very good, Faltani. You know, तो
That is why I said it's okay.
जब ये बात करी थी उसके बारे में तो मैंने सोचा कि अरे यार, if you look at it that way, Forrest Gump itself was not a real life story. Forrest Gump was a fictional story. Okay? Now, it would be real life story is a different issue. But the point is, I don't know how Lal Singh Chaddha is going to be treated, but I want to share as to why and how Forrest Gump, that is Winston Groom, who wrote the Forrest Gump story, how his characters were inspired.
Oh, really?
That's very important note, Faltani. You know why? Because Forrest Gump, though a fictional character, the life of Forrest Gump, or different aspects of the lives of shown in Forrest Gump, the forest guy, right? His life is inspired by real life stories.
Okay. Yeah.
So all elements, different parts of it. So I'm hoping Lal Singh Chaddha does that, you know, where actually accounts the life of some individual similar to that guy. And for instance, Forrest Gump ke speech pattern se leke, the way the life story they show, right, as a private who actually saves some people in the war. All that thing actually has stark resemblance to the real life stories of some people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, including the fact of, you know, running, that inspirational t-shirt, all those things. All those elements are something which is there. But now, my question was, is Forrest Gump trying to be, is Lal Singh Chaddha going to be a poor copy of Forrest Gump, or a very creative way of narrating a story of a similar Lal Singh Chaddha at different aspects of life, of Chaddha life, in Indian life, Indian culture?
That'll be interesting to see, but nevertheless.
But I know you hate him as Baltwani.
What?
All that said, they should have done. Why did they have to copy the life story of Forrest Gump for Lal Singh Chaddha?
I'll do.
Why did he have to grow a beard? Why did he have to run? Why did he have to do all those things?
But Max, तुमसे सवाल पूछूंगी, okay? We've not seen the movie.
No.
Okay, but if there is a story that needs to be told, okay, कि एक दुनिया के किसी कोने में किसी की लाइफ के साथ हुआ है, अगर तुम्हें लगता है कि वो एक अच्छी कहानी है जिससे सीख मिल सकती है लोगों को, या जिससे लोगों को एंटरटेनमेंट मिल सकती है, या फॉर दैट मैटर इफ पीपल आर फीलिंग गुड अबाउट द फैक्ट दैट देयर आर सम लेसन्स दैट वी टेक अवे फ्रॉम इट, तो व्हाई नॉट, राइट?
Sure.
Why not उसको Indianize करे? बस, you know, I'm just playing devil's advocate here, and I'm just saying.
Well, Faltani, the point is, you are right, and that's what actually Indian cinema has been doing all the while. Take Off today's theme is all about the movies which actually do the same thing what you're talking about.
Yes, exactly. So you could say these are poorly made Hollywood ripoffs.
Yes.
Or it could be like some really popular Hindi movies which you're like, wow, kya film hai boss. Yeah, I know, total paisa vasool picture.
Yeah.
लेकिन actually देखा जाए तो it'll be actually based on some Hollywood movie.
Okay, let me ask you one thing, Faltani. Some years ago, there was a particular movie which came out starring Shraddha Kapoor in an introductory role, I suppose. You remember the first movie of Shraddha Kapoor?
Yeah.
Which had Siddharth Malhotra and...
No, that's not her first movie. That was not her first movie.
Fine. Do you remember Shraddha Kapoor in that movie at least?
Yes. In which
one? What is the thing?
Ek villain.
What was the first movie of Shraddha Kapoor?
First movie was Ashiki 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
okay, but you remember this movie, right? Ek Villain.
Yes,
right?
of course.
Now, if you go on Netflix or any of the it's a particular Korean movie which is called as I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil.
And I saw the movie. I Saw the Devil. Did you know the plot line is same as that of the Ek Villain?
You're kidding me.
I am not. Go check it out. It's available right now. Actually, you'll see a particular two faces. One eye is closed, other one's closed. Other one's open. It's the same plot line.
And even the thing is, is it me, or is even the
no.
poster?
The poster is a little bit different, but still, the thing is, okay, the poster is still a different thing. We are preparing a separate show on the posters of how limited the creativity is in, although even the poster is part of it. Sorry,
correct.
But the fact is, this particular movie, right, is the same thing. He embarks on a quest of revenge of his fiancée who was brutally murdered.
Raped and murdered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So murder, not even rape. It's a psychopath who does it. It's not exactly rape, but of course murder for sure.
Acha.
So the same plot line as Equivalent. So again, Equivalent copied a South Korean movie
Huh.
and became famous.
Huh.
Adding an Indian. So that's all okay, right? That's still fine, right? You're okay with that?
No, I'm just.
Hey, a story to be told.
Hey, but I didn't.
I agree with you. It's fine.
Wait, but I didn't feel that Equivalent was copied from something.
Because you haven't seen that something.
Yeah. So what is the name of the Korean movie?
I just told you. I saw the devil as movie name.
Acha.
And how do I know this? You might say, Alto Baba, this is really ridiculous. How do you know? Well, okay, but this is now currently on Netflix or this particular, I think Amazon is having it right now.
Huh.
It's a good movie. Now, good thing about pandemic, I became a avid OTT follower,
Consumer.
And I'm getting to see some old movies, good movies.
Really?
And when I read the storyline of the movie I Saw the Devil, I felt like I've heard this movie somewhere. When I saw the movie, the whole movie is interesting, very nice, gripping movie. Watch it, it's actually much better than the Indian movies. But the thing is, there's no distraction of the movie songs, of course, because the songs, the description, the Equivalent has got that song Najib and all, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. But the thing is, you realize that particular movie actually had a better rendition of the plot as opposed to an Indianized version.
Wow.
Now, again,
Obviously, because that would have been the original story.
and
na?
originally the movie came out in 2010.
Huh.
And do you know when Equivalent came out?
2012.
No, 2014.
14 mein aaya kya? Oh, I thought it was 2012 or 2013.
Well, I might be wrong, but it might be 2013 as you said also.
Yeah.
But definitely after the launch of Siddharth Malhotra from SOT.
SOTI, yeah.
SOT
yeah.
was somewhere 2011, right?
No, SOTI was 2012.
2012. So उसके बाद ही आया था तो definitely almost a full year because he already was established as a good actor and everything. Yeah, so that's the thing. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे फिल्में हैं, right?
हाँ.
And for those of you who say, अरे what Altu Baba, no substantiating evidence for this. Okay?
हाँ.
So, Banujan, please look at your screens right now. अभी अपना screens देखो. This is what I'm talking about. This is the movie,
हाँ.
Equivalent. And the movie which is equivalent to that is a movie called I Saw the Devil.
I saw the devil, Banujan. And अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि how is it that we find these things out? The world is full of informants or information.
You got know the better word.
Yeah, our whole idea is to be able to see. One thing, of course, we don't like plagiarism. Okay.
See, I tell you what, again, nothing is original. If you go in that philosophy, right? Mahima just said it, nothing is original. Everything is being done by somebody else sometime.
Right.
Totally understandable. But I think it's up to us to also demand good storytelling.
Yeah.
Abhi, ek aur cheez hai, one more thing which I want to remind you, I totally understand where you're coming from when you say that, Rajat Chadda, we have to give him a chance to follow the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, don't you think there is one more layer out there to notice?
Huh. Bol.
Ek to the necessity for the story to be told.
Correct.
And the next part is whether the story has been effectively told.
Correct.
So that also is a data point we got to look for because, story अच्छा था, काश किसी ने बना दिया, fine, ठीक है, but was that something which the Indian population wanted to see?
Correct.
Did they watch it? Did they understand the message behind it, whole thing?
Correct.
Right? Or did people just go, chikna Americano?
What chikna American?
Some people do that, no? Why not?
Seriously, people do
Of
that?
course people do. Why don't? People go watch the movie because of a hero, man. Because Salman Khan, people go watch movies, right? What are you doing there, Fatmani?
I think Altu Baba, you know what, you're saying this because Vibhaji is probably not listening to the show and you're like chikna American, that's why.
I never thought of it, but I think she's running on your mind right now. So I
No,
understand.
that's because she just messaged.
Oh.
I think she went and she liked an old video on Facebook.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Why
so
would she like the old video? On
I
Facebook?
don't know. Maybe people are thinking that our new video is not on. But
What?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I can see the message coming up. Please subscribe to our channel, Burja. We actually are live on YouTube and also on Facebook. And some places, Facebook might not reach out, but YouTube will definitely reach you.
Correct. And Raju Rupani ji, good morning to you as well. He's joining us all the way from India, right?
All right.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, I miss you guys. I like you guys,
So
whatever. So thank you so much. So, Altu Baba,
Yes.
Ek Villain. Okay, that is a takeoff on what is the name of the movie though?
I just told you. I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, if you look at the posters, right, Bandajan, I think the poster is inspired also by that poster.
Well, even if you say it's not inspired, I still feel that... no, I don't think it's inspired by the poster.
It is that whole paneling and the fact that
it
they
is
have a
not
different...
paneling. In the movie I Saw the Devil, it's a dagger, and reflection of the dagger is that of the psychopath.
To me, it looks like paneling, the way the photo is. Anyway, it depends. For me, I feel like it resembles a lot.
Faltwadi, you know
And,
the good thing about our show,
Huh.
I actually can show people the difference and say like what you're seeing is different totally.
No,
It is
it's
not
my
partly-
perception, Altu Baba.
I know it's your perception, Faltwadi. If that's the case, then everybody's perception is also
So wait,
has
यहाँ
perspective.
पे they have Ritesh Deshmukh and they have Siddharth Malhotra and her thing as one thing, right? So what I'm saying is, for me, that whole idea of that one strip coming through seems like it's taken from here.
So the right hand side, what you see there, Faltwadi, is a dagger.
I
Is a
know.
knife, kitchen knife, जो आप use नहीं करते हो. It's a
हाँ.
kitchen, which you don't use.
Hey, but I'm
आप
talking
रामू
about
काका
when-
लो.
Okay,
I
go
understand what you're saying. Okay, cool, Faltwadi. Fine. It is just that they're showing a reflection of the killer in that particular knife. That's all.
So again, Marjan, the movie Ek Villain was a takeoff from this movie. I Saw the Devil.
Yes.
तो नेक्स्ट मूवी बताओ आलतू बाबा कौन सा है एंड अगर आप भी यहाँ पे शामिल होना चाहते हैं पंजन आपके लिए सिंपल है स्टूडियो का नंबर है 4089122479 क्या आपको लगता है आपने कोई ऐसा मूवी देखा है विच वॉज अ टेक ऑफ ऑन अ डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज मूवी वेयर द ओरिजिनल मूवी वॉज अ डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट country or maybe an English movie and then or a Hollywood movie for that matter and then you felt that this movie you know इसको ऐसे इंडियनाइज करके इन्होंने ऐसे बनाया you would have either felt wow why did they do this or you'd have been wow not a bad idea they did a good job with this
Okay.
right so is there anything like that you know of तो call करें 4089122479 yes to the elitist few who get to watch these movies and compare the two then you can definitely pick up the phone and give us a call no I won't call you out as elitist because I consider myself as one of the privileged few who are able to watch different movies in fact many people don't have access to it right so if you're able to do that तो जरूर call करें 4089122479
While we're staying in the original thing, being inspired from a particular country called South Korea, why can't we stay there only?
why South Korea
There was
only
a beautiful movie, which is again on OTT if you want to go find it. It's called The Happy Life.
The Happy Life
What a wonderful movie it was.
The Happy Life
Yeah.
oh is it like that movie there was a Tamil movie Tamil or Malayalam movie called Happy Days
Happy Days, yeah? Well, I'll tell you the story. The story is wonderful, actually. The movie Happy Life came out in 2007, okay?
okay
And 2007 में निकला. But it's a nice light-hearted movie about a bunch of people who are like in their, I would say, adult age, right? They are a bunch of musicians following their lives and just losing the touch of music. And they're coming together, reuniting again to make a rock band.
oh wow
Yeah, and this rock band, they come together because they broke up some time ago when they were kids.
what
Yeah. What a wonderful thing, no? The happy life.
क्या are you sure you're telling us the right thing
I am telling you.
this is a movie rock on
I am giving. Okay, now you got it, right?
yeah
Now you're right.
are you saying that Farhan ripped off another movie
Okay, I'm not saying. Okay, listen. Let's be fair. Okay, I'm not saying he ripped off on the movie, but you see, I just gave you a loose, description about the storyline.
Oh,
very
wow.
loose description about the storyline, correct? So now, based on that loose description, it's not okay. It has been indianized very beautifully because Farhan is able to bring in the other elements of it as a story. Like, he's brought dynamics of that particular rocker and all. That's not there in
He's
the...
brought in the dynamics of family and how the
Yeah.
cultural expectations
Correct,
are.
correct. All that is brought. But loosely, it's the same concept as the Happy Life.
Oh,
The Happy Life.
wow. Okay.
And Happy Life is a Korean movie. Now, I'm not saying that Farhan Akhtar copied it. Even if he copied it, like how you say, by the argument of Faltu Rani, I would definitely say that it's a good attempt.
Okay.
Right? Namaskar, आपका हाथ में PAMPAM की take off Thursdays में. Who's this? Hello?
Hello, PAMPAM.
मर्चेंट साहब, कैसे हैं आप?
Yeah.
मोहम्मद मर्चेंट, कैसे हैं आप लोग?
फर्स्ट क्लास मर्चेंट साहब, क्या हाल
भाई
चाल?
बड़ी खुशी हुई आप लोगों को सुन के, अल्लाह की कसम, अल्लाह गवाह है।
सर आप बहुत प्यारे हो सर, कितने अच्छे प्यारे बातें बोलते हो।
हाँ सर बताइए।
तो आज का क्या थीम है भाई, हमको पता चले कुछ?
हाँ, आज तो हम आपको एक और थिंग एक झटका देने वाले हैं। क्या आपको लगता है कि इंडियन सिनेमा में, मतलब हिंदी सिनेमा में जो फिल्में आती थी आपके जमाने में, जो आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द 70s 60s की बात कर रहे हैं, स्टोरीज जो थी क्या ओरिजिनल थी?
क्या हुआ?
स्टोरीज जो थी क्या वो ओरिजिनल थे?
मतलब
हाँ बिल्कुल 100%।
वो आप ऐसे
Okay.
ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट मूवी,
अच्छा मैं
ब्लैक
आपको
एंड व्हाइट मूवीज में
सही बात बताते थे जो क्या हो रहा है,
हाँ हाँ हाँ
और लोग देखते थे, बड़े बड़े खुश खुश होकर थिएटर से बाहर निकलते थे। कॉमेडी भी इतनी जबरदस्त, गाने भी जबरदस्त, स्टोरी भी अच्छी।
वेरी गुड वेरी गुड सर। तो मैं
बहुत
आपको
बहुत हाँ हाँ बताइए।
तो मैं आपको एक छोटा सा स्टोरी बताऊंगा, आपको बोलना पड़ेगा कि क्या वो कौन सी फिल्म का स्टोरी है। वो चलेगा? आप ट्राई कर सकते हो?
हाँ हाँ, व्हाई नॉट।
अच्छा, एक कहानी है, एक ऐसी एक ऐसी लेट्स सी एक ऐसे कपल की कहानी है, राइट? इट्स अबाउट टू सिंगर्स, पॉपुलर सिंगर्स, okay?
हाँ हाँ
And actually start with one singer. He convinces his wife to get into show business, but when she gets into show business, she becomes so famous that he loses his identity.
हाँ भाई, एक तो इसमें वो था अपनी चंकी पांडे।
चंकी पांडे नहीं था।
नहीं सर,
ये फिल्म जो है जिसमें एक सिंगर की बारे में बात है, जो बहुत अच्छा सिंगर है। He convinces his wife
हाँ
to get into the industry also to sing, but turns out that she becomes even more famous than him, and then his
दोनों के
pride is
बीच,
hurt.
हाँ हाँ, दरार आ जाती है
Yes.
रिश्ते में।
ये 1973 वाला फिल्म है, 1973।
1973।
अच्छा, 70 की फिल्म है, और सिंगर फिल्म का है या
नहीं
ओरिजिनल
जो
सिंगर?
नहीं सर, जो हीरो है, जो हीरो का किरदार निभा रहे
हाँ,
हैं,
हाँ,
जो हीरो
वो
का
वो
किरदार
गाने
है,
गाता है।
हाँ वो गायक
वो
है।
गाने गाता
हाँ वो गाने गाता
हाँ,
है।
वो गायक है।
हाँ
तो
तो
उसमें तो अब हाँ हाँ
तो उसकी शादी होती है एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत गायिका से, मतलब इन द सेंस वो भी गाती है, लेकिन वो स्टेज पे नहीं गाती है, मतलब इतनी उस सिंगर की जितनी पॉपुलर नहीं है। लेकिन ये कन्विंस करता है उसको, हाँ तू गाना गा ले मेरी तरह, जैसे स्टेज पे या प्लेबैक सिंगिंग जो भी करना है। लेकिन वो इतनी मशहूर हो जाती है, मतलब उसकी गायकी जो है, लोग उसको सराहते सराहते, शी स्टार्ट्स गेटिंग मोर अपॉर्चुनिटीज देन हिम, कि उसके जो ईगो को, जो हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं ईगो को, ठेस पहुंचता है, और उनके बीच प्रॉब्लम्स होने लग जाती हैं। तो
लग जाते हैं। तो ये अमिताभ और जया बच्चन।
करेक्ट, यस। फिल्म का नाम था अभिमान सर। यस यस,
अभिमान फिल्म।
हाँ लेकिन
गाने थे।
हाँ, एक मिनट सर, आज का टॉपिक है टेक ऑफ।
हाँ।
ये अभिमान फिल्म लगता है आपको कि ओरिजिनल स्टोरी था?
भाई इसको आप ओरिजिनल भी बना सकते हैं।
नहीं
नहीं सर, नहीं
समझे नहीं आप सर।
मैं
ये
आपको
फिल्म जो है,
नहीं, हाँ
मैं आपको बताता हूँ, ये फिल्मों में बताया गया था।
नहीं सर,
इसलिए
एक
कि अमिताभ जो थी वो बड़ी फेमस थी, और वो बड़ी मुश्किल से स्टेज पे अमिताभ को लाई थी।
हाँ तो आप जो बोल रहे हैं,
हाँ।
आप जो बोल रहे हैं वो टैबलॉइड का स्टोरीज है, मतलब उस जमाने के मैगजीन ने ऐसे कैरी किया था कि
हाँ।
वो इट्स बेस्ड ऑन द ट्रू लाइफ ऑफ जया बच्चन एंड अमिताभ बच्चन। ऐसे कोई बात नहीं है। 1954 में सर, 1954 में एक हॉलीवुड फिल्म आई थी,
हाँ।
जिसका नाम था अ स्टार इज बॉर्न। सुन रहे हैं आप?
हेलो
हेलो हेलो, आई एम हियर।
हाँ सर, आपका फोन बज रहा है, आप एक काम करो, फोन ले लो आप अपना।
फोन तो ले लिया।
हाँ ठीक
बोलो।
है। तो क्या एक फिल्म आई थी जिसका नाम था अ स्टार इज बॉर्न। 1954 में ये फिल्म आई थी, जहां पे सेम थिंग, जूडी गार्लैंड एंड जेम्स मेसन का फिल्म है, स्टारिंग दैट थिंग, एंड जूडी गार्लैंड एक्चुअली इज द पर्सन हु ओवरशाइन्स जेम्स मेसन।
तो ये एक्चुअली जो स्टोरी हमने आपको बताई, वो अ स्टार इज बॉर्न की स्टोरी बताई।
यस
उसी एग्जैक्टली उसी किस्म की स्टोरी को उन्होंने अभिमान बनाया।
यस, मैंने अभिमान देखा नहीं है।
हाँ
हाँ, तो ये एक्चुअल ओरिजिनल स्टोरी नहीं है,
Yeah.
इट्स अ टेक ऑफ
अच्छा।
ऑन द मूवी अ स्टार इज बॉर्न।
कहीं से दी गई है।
हाँ
हाँ, तो
मगर बड़ी प्यारी स्टोरी भाई, अगर ली भी
नहीं,
गई है।
लेकिन ये तो वही तो बोल रहा था। तो आज के टॉपिक में हमारे फाल्तू ने बताया था कि एक कॉपी करने में समटाइम्स कैन बी यूजफुल। देखो, हमें मालूम नहीं था कि ऐसा कोई स्टोरी है स्टार इज बॉर्न अनटिल अभिमान केम इन, राइट?
Correct.
अभिमान को इतनी
अभिमान।
अच्छी तरह से उन्होंने प्रेजेंट किया है, उसको इंडियनाइज देसी करके, उसका कल्चरल नियॉन्स डाल के उसमें दे मेड
Correct.
प्रेजेंट टुवर्ड्स अ वेरी नाइस वे।
Correct.
सो यस, थैंक यू सो मच सर। देखा, अभी आपको पता चला कि अभिमान ओरिजिनल स्टोरी नहीं है।
नहीं।
आप सुन-
अच्छा भाई, ये सैटरडे को प्रोग्राम है क्या?
नहीं है
नहीं
सर,
सर।
नहीं है, ये जुलाई को नहीं है
क्या?
सर। ओके,
चलो, thank
थैंक यू
you,
सो मच फॉर कॉलिंग इन सर। मचन साहब सुनते रहिएगा, वी विल कीप इन टच फॉर श्योर। फाल्तनी
हाँ।
देखा, चौंक गई ना?
कि मैं नहीं चौंकी आलतू बाबा,
हाँ?
मैं नहीं चौंकी, मुझे मालूम था, तुमने इसके बारे में बताया था मुझे ऑलरेडी। तो लेकिन मीनाक्षी शर्मा जी जो फेसबुक पे हमें देख रही हैं, विशाल अरोड़ा, नाइस टू सी यू एज वेल, कभी कभार पैम पैम बोल दीजिए और यहाँ पे कॉल भी कर दीजिए, अच्छा लगेगा हमें भी। तो जो हमारे बंधुज हैं सुन रहे हैं, हम आपको बता दें कि टुडे वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हिंदी मूवीज दैट आर एक्चुअल टेक ऑफ्स फ्रॉम other genre, I mean other parts of the world, South Korean movies ho ya Hollywood movies ho ya European movies ho, you know, we're talking about those movies, lekin ye wo tax nahi hai, we're not talking about wo taxed.
Okay, wo tax nahi hai ye, this is not wo tax, you're right about that, it's
No.
not wo tax. These are movies which are done well.
We're not beating them up for doing it.
No, we're not beating them at all, no.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing awareness to people about this. Dekho, kya na ki there are a lot of stories which we think is original but they are not, right? But they are inspired by the thing, but very beautifully done. So, case in point, what Father talked about, we discussed about Forrest Gump being remade as Lal Singh Chadda in Hindi. I initially was like, I acted like a purist for some reason. I don't know why I did that. I generally am not, right? But you never know, they might change it. For instance, I'm trying to change your mind if you had the same intention as mine, okay?
Yeah.
How about I give you a story, Father?
Okay.
Let's see what Bandhus can identify. This story revolves around the protagonist of the man, or the man, him taking revenge against a billionaire. Who, yeah. So protagonist, so-called, or let me say that the person in the story is revolving around, right? A man who takes revenge on a billionaire by killing his daughters, the billionaire's daughters.
Kya?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
कोई याद आ रहा है कोई film बात नहीं?
By killing the billionaire's daughter. Oh yeah, of
by
course.
having relationship with so basically not just killing, but actually उनको फंसा के बाद में मारना.
हाँ. वो क्या डायलॉग है इसने, इस मूवी ने तो हमारे शाहरुख खान की मतलब
but first of all, Falsani, we should allow people to be able to call and just let them scratch their head, no, about.
Yeah.
So, but again, I'll tell you, this actually story revolves around a man taking his revenge against from a billionaire by having a relationship with his daughters.
Wow.
Yes, there'll be two daughters.
Two daughters.
Not one daughter, two daughters.
It's exactly the same.
The plot I'm talking about, no?
Wow.
Plot, see, that's what the plot is, right? See, मैं पूरे 3 घंटे का फिल्म को एक सेंटेंस में डाल दिया.
ठीक है.
So it's a very thin plot. उसके ऊपर मीट लगा के you can present the way you want to present it.
Okay.
Right? So because हमारे Indian filmmakers जो हैं, they're doing a wonderful job by Indianizing it.
Correct.
Right? And that's what I'm trying to tell people. ये plot देखो same है. लाल सिंह चड्ढा का वही plot same है as Forrest Gump, but we don't know how he's going to present it, right?
Correct.
But in this particular movie, again, think about it, Banjan. Call कीजिएगा 408-912-479. A particular movie which actually had
So actually the protagonist is the antagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protagonist can be called the antagonist.
Yeah.
But he has no reason, right?
Yeah.
He takes his revenge on the billionaire by having a relationship with both his daughters.
On a billionaire.
On a billionaire.
ये कौन सी मूवी है बंदे, बहुत ही सिंपल सीधी सी प्लॉट है. यानी कि ये बहुत पॉपुलर प्लॉट हुई थी. इनफैक्ट एक बड़े ही एक्टर की करियर लॉन्च.
Wasn't it a launch for all the people involved?
No.
No? Hey, I thought it was the first movie for all of them involved, right?
No. I don't think so. I don't know.
Not first movie, but of course launch of their careers, right?
I'm not sure. No, it wasn't his first movie, definitely.
Really?
It wasn't his first movie. But
not his first movie, Baba. I'm talking about launch of the movie, their careers. Like, you know, push the big, what do you call the boosters for their careers.
Oh,
because the movie was a hit, the movie was a super duper hit.
Yeah, the movie was a super duper hit.
And the jumping jack, you know, like a monkey.
ये कौन सी मूवी थी आपको कॉल करके बताना है मुझे. 408-912-2479.
But do you think people will know?
I think they will. मीनाक्षी जी क्या आपको मालूम है, बताइए. एंड ऑफ कोर्स हमारे जो सारे बंधुज देख रहे हैं, हम आपको पूछ लें कि आप कॉल करके बताएं 408-912-2479. Do you know what it is? If you don't, then we will give out the story shortly.
Yeah.
We'll tell you which movie it is, Banujan. 408-912-2479 is the number for you to call in and for you to share right here on the air. So, Altu Baba.
Yes.
I think our bandus are like, that's okay. They don't know possibly.
But that's okay. You actually got it. I think you got it the first instance.
I got it the first instance purely because I think it launched King Khan's. Well, okay. Let's see if a bandu knows. Hello, Pam Pam. कौन है जी?
हेलो PAMPAM.
मीनाक्षी जी कैसे हैं आप?
मीनाक्षी जी कैसे हैं?
बढ़िया एकदम. आप दोनों कैसे हैं?
फर्स्ट क्लास. तो आ गया गुड न्यूज.
अभी टाइम है आलतू बाबा.
नेक्स्ट वीक ना, लास्ट वीक हुआ नेक्स्ट वीक, तो आई वाज वेटिंग. अच्छा एनीवे डजंट मैटर, जब आएगा तो बताएगा जरूर. हम लोग आपके नाम पे मिठाई खरीदे खा लेंगे यहाँ पे. अच्छा बाय कमिंग बैक टू द पॉइंट, ये स्टोरी जो है आपको कनेक्शन लगा कहीं पे? द हीरो टेकिंग रिवेंज ऑफ द बिलियनियर by having relationship with his daughters and then trying to kill them.
ये स्टोरी का प्लॉट है बाजीगर से.
वही तो हमारे मजिद साहब का स्टाइल. वही तो लेकिन वो एकदम वो फिल्म ही नहीं है एक्चुअली. वो फिल्म जो है दिस वन इज द प्लॉट आई रेड टू यू वाज अ मूवी कॉल्ड अ किस बिफोर डाइंग.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
And this movie, Kiss Before Dying, was one of the movies which came out pretty much, I think, 1 year before. 93 में बाजीगर आई, 91 में ये फिल्म निकली. Hollywood film was earlier, predates the Hindi film.
Wow.
देखा? लेकिन कैसा लगा? But how did you like बाजीगर movie? Did you feel अरे वाह, sounds like a very interesting movie?
हाँ, one time watch थी जब आई थी तब देखी थी. मतलब एग्जैक्ट तब नहीं देखी थी, बाद में देखी थी, बट वन टाइम देखी हुई है.
हाँ बट कैसा लगा, स्टोरी कैसा लगा आपको?
हाँ ठीक ठीक स्टोरी.
उनको एक्चुअली शाहरुख खान पसंद नहीं है ना.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं, शाहरुख खान पसंद नहीं है. स्टोरी ठीक थी, वैसे काजोल थी तो ठीक थी.
वेल एक्चुअली उस टाइम के लिए 90s में आने के टाइम पे a hero as a
plot था वो.
Yeah, anti-hero का plot था वो generally, and it was not something which people would have seen as something, because you actually start to hate him afterwards.
Yeah, it's this जो ये Kiss Before Dying को बनाया है ना, the creator of Kiss Before Dying. What was his name? He's the same person who created
the same people who made Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Attraction. So I think where love goes horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong, exactly.
So where there's a difference when you have to draw the line between love and obsession.
Correct.
Right? So
Correct. Very true. Wow, Faltuni, you're so well versed in all these things. I'm so impressed.
It's there on your graphic there. That it's actually it's based on a novel, by the way, Altu Baba.
I know that.
What is the name of the novel?
Why?
You don't know that.
To Google kira bhi.
It's called Rose. It's penned by this. It's a psychological thriller apparently. And उसको लिखा है Ira Levin ने.
देखा Ira लिखा था ना. I'm sure Ira wrote it. I told you Ira was a person.
What? Who's Ira?
Ira Levin, yeah, writer of the particular book.
Whatever. Who is Ira Levin? Tell me.
वो अपनी बाप की बेटी थी.
Oh God. बेटी नहीं थी. Oh God.
वो बस बेटा बना दिया.
Ira is a guy's name. It could be a guy's name.
कुछ भी नहीं, तेरे को मालूम नहीं है, बताओ. उल्टा ऐसे ही देखा मीनाक्षी जी कैसे क्या तू बहुत अच्छे से संभाल लेती है बात.
It's a guy, okay? Altu Baba.
सुनो मीनाक्षी देख कुछ बोल रही है. क्या बोला आपने मीनाक्षी?
क्या बोले आप मीनाक्षी जी?
मैंने कहा मुझे इस बारे में कुछ पता नहीं है, आप जैसे बताओगे उसके अकॉर्डिंग मैं अपनी
नहीं सच तो बात है कि इसको भी मालूम नहीं किसी बारे में.
Ira is a guy. Ira Levin who
छोड़ो
wrote
I have a
Rosemary's
friend.
Baby.
रोजमेरी तो मेरी फ्रेंड है.
Hey,
हाँ.
Rosemary.
क्या?
Nothing.
I have a friend called Rosemary.
It is a guy. Ira Levin is a
ठीक
guy.
है, हो सकती है भाई. She might have changed her name afterwards.
It's not she, it's a he. Stop, Altu
Okay,
Baba.
there's something called as sex change. You could have done it right, probably.
Okay,
Hollywood
I'll
में
just
चलता है
stop
सब कुछ.
The
But
same,
very good.
He wrote all these movies like Kiss Before Dying, Rosemary's Baby, Stepford Wives. You might have seen that. I'm not
देखो
sure.
हम लोग तेरे जैसे अंग्रेज नहीं है, हम देसी लोग हैं.
क्या
झाड़ रही है स्टेपफोर्ड वॉइस? इसकी वॉइस
Stepford Wives.
क्या हमें नहीं चाहिए, हमें नहीं मालूम. हम तो नागिन देखने वाले लोग हैं.
कुछ भी
है ना मीनाक्षी जी? हाँ, एग्जैक्टली. कुछ भी. हाँ.
तो सडनली आ गई विभाजी. Who's Rosemary?
स्टैंडर्ड है, लेकिन इतना नॉलेज नहीं है.
नहीं यार, वो स्टेपफोर्ड वाइव्स आपने देखी होगी. इट वाज दैट रियली वियर्ड मूवी दैट वाज, आई थिंक निकोल किडमैन वाज आल्सो.
हम लोग ऐसे फिल्म देखते नहीं है फालतू. नहीं, मैं मीनाक्षी जी देखो बहुत ये ना स्पिरिचुअल लोग हैं हम लोग.
नो मैन,
मैंने तो अब देखना शुरू करा है कुछ सालों में.
हाँ
पहले कभी नहीं देखी.
आपका संगत तो बाद में बहुत असर हुआ ना हमारे आने से. हमने खराब कर दिया, हमने टोटल खराब कर दिया आपको. एनीवेज गुड. तो आपको कभी ऐसा लगा कोई ऐसा फिल्म जो है जो आई डोंट थिंक यू एवर थॉट ऑफ मूवी दैट वे, राइट, व्हिच विल बी copied from Indian.
हाँ बस हाँ, आपने जो अपडेट करा है वही मैं अपडेट करूँ. बस एक मुझे ये पता है that last time we talked about चाची चार सीरीज, तो वो इस मूवी से इंस्पायर थी, तो वो मुझे पता आपके शो से ही चला।
हाँ, बट
मुझे
एक
वो
और
भी
चीज
नहीं
बताता हूँ
पता
आपको, एक जो अग्निपथ फिल्म आई थी, आपको मालूम है?
हाँ
आप उसके बारे में क्या सोचते हैं? आपने फिल्म देखी थी? उसका रीमेक भी आ गया था बाय द वे, ऋतिक रोशन के साथ, राइट?
हाँ, नहीं मैंने ओरिजिनल मूवी नहीं देखी है, बस मुझे डायलॉग, फेमस डायलॉग उसका वो
हाँ।
पता है, बट मैंने मूवी नहीं देखी है।
हाँ, बट आपने जो यू नॉट सीन इवन द वर्जन ऑफ ऋतिक रोशन इन दैट?
अमित, नो नो नो।
देखो, बिकॉज द थिंग इज दे हैव टेकन इट्स अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ मूवी, बट प्लॉट जो है ना, जो जनरली प्लॉट होती है, जो बहुत लूज एक स्केलेटन होती है ना, जो उसकी बात करें हम लोग, लाइक द प्लॉट ऑफ द अग्निपथ का प्लॉट कहा जाए तो क्या है? इट इज अबाउट अ लो लाइफ who actually is nowhere in the rings of the mafia, struggles, comes up fighting, becoming a fighter, right? You know, this plot is very, what it connects to.
What?
Did you know the movie Scarface?
Yeah.
Is just that.
Scarface is that?
Scarface is about a lowly person who actually climbs
It
up the
may
ladder
be
and
loosely
no,
titled.
loosely here, but the point is story dekho na, that's a plot, right? A person who writes stories, understand what a
I
plot
don't
is.
think Agnipath is again a revenge, right? उसके Dinanath Vijay
He
Dinanath.
grows up to, that is Indianizing it.
अच्छा, हाँ, तो you have to show that a guy has gotten into the wrong side of the law because his to avenge his father's death. Yeah, okay, fine.
Wait, I'm just trying to tell you. So,
I don't
have you seen
remember.
Scarface?
No, I haven't.
आपने देखा मीनाक्षी जी
क्या?
Scarface?
कौन सा movie?
Scarface नहीं देखा ना?
नो
मत देखो, अभी मत देखो, 2-3 हफ्ते के बाद देखो या 2 महीने के बाद
Oh,
देखो.
is it that bad? It's a lot of violence, is
It is a lot of violence.
Al Pacino, right?
Al Pacino. It's
Okay.
a beautiful movie though.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, the story of Al Pacino, the Scarface plot जो है ना,
हाँ.
a person coming, struggling from the bottom, coming up, just because of the fact that he wants to make it big, fights and becomes the mafia, big guy.
Wow.
Same thing is there with Agnipath also, right?
Wow, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he starts off as a local person, local gunda, and becomes a famous mafia king. That's what Agnipath is all about. That's the
Okay.
path,
तो
Agnipath.
फ्रेम टू फ्रेम कॉपी है या जस्ट इंस्पायर है प्लॉट?
No, inspired है. आज फ्रेम टू फ्रेम की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. हम लोग प्लॉट की बात करें, जो
अच्छा.
सिमिलरिटी है.
अच्छा, केवल plot.
And how do I know if this is the thing? Because if the Hollywood plot is predating that of the Indian plot, Indian cinema, that is when I'd say this is inspired plot, right? Like for instance, Scarface came in 1983. Agnipath released in 1990. So, matlab, though the plot already was there, they took the plot and they Indianized it, is what I'm saying. इसमें कोई गलती नहीं है. I'm not trying to say that, oh, ऐसा नहीं करने का, ऐसा नहीं करने का. I'm just saying that ये ऐसा हुआ है. That's all. Right, फाल्तू रानी?
Correct.
क्या बोलती है?
इनफैक्ट जो
Got it.
आज हम लोग उन मूवियों के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे मतलब एटलीस्ट they've taken a plot that wasn't originally theirs and they've tried to Indianize it and make it क्या कहते हैं, palatable to the Indian audience.
And like how you to answer your question, मीनाक्षी जी, आपने बोला फ्रेम टू फ्रेम कॉपी है क्या? नहीं है. फ्रेम टू फ्रेम कॉपी नहीं है. लेकिन if you break it down to the point of the plot, there is similarity in the plot.
Yeah.
जो फॉर्मूला होता है ना, बैकग्राउंड फॉर्मूला सेम होता है. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई थिंक अग्निपथ डन अ वंडरफुल जॉब. सो अभी तक जो भी फिल्म्स हमने फीचर किया है, ऑल दीस मूवीज हैव बीन इंडियनाइज्ड वेरी ब्यूटीफुली. So you will not, आप दोनों साइड में साइड देखोगे तो you will not make out like a frame to frame, but at the entirety you see it will be the same plot on both, right? ठीक है? And आज के शो पे आप you might wonder and ask me, I hope you do ask me, is अरे गजनी क्यों नहीं आया?
अच्छा, वो जो ये साउथ की मूवी से इंस्पायर है, तो वो साउथ वाली मूवी भी कहीं बाहर से इंस्पायर है.
It was a movie called Momentum, and why it's not going to make it to the scene to this
I
today's
thought
show?
it was Memento. Right?
Memento.
Yeah.
Memento. Why it is not going to make it today's show is because वहाँ पे frame to frame similarities हैं.
Actually,
He tattoos
my
himself.
God.
Yes, he tattoos
to
himself
frame.
literally frame to frame, and he brutally hit and murdered. His wife is murdered. Same to same as Gajini.
and even Mrs. Doubtfire then is exactly almost
That's
frame
why it
to
won't
frame,
come to the show.
या फ्रेम टू फ्रेम. यस,
इसीलिए हम
आपके
लोग
शो के बाद मैंने वो मूवी देखी.
देखा ना?
Don't you think कि Mrs. Doubtfire?
कैसे फ्रेम टू फ्रेम कॉपी है? तो
But I think
Yeah, that
Robin
was frame
Williams.
to frame.
It was no, but which one did you like better? Did you like Mrs. Doubtfire or did you like the other one better? Chachi 420.
देखिए चाची चार पुलिस तो इंडियनाइज कर रखा है, तो उस हिसाब से अच्छे पहले मैंने वही देखी थी, तो मुझे वो ज्यादा अच्छी लगी, बट मुझे लिटिल डाउटफायर भी अच्छी लगी.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but in terms of performance, I
सरप्राइज
don't.
एलिमेंट था, ऐसा नहीं था कि लाइक इट्स अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, तो ऐसा
Correct.
नहीं था, लाइक अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग थी वो मूवी.
No, it was like eating burger
lagi.
and pav bhaji. Sorry, burger and vada pav. Comparing burger vada
For
pav.
me, I didn't. Chachi Char Subis, I saw some rushes. I didn't see all of it. I
Yeah.
saw here and there, but I felt in terms of natural. I mean, in any day, Robin Williams scores.
Yeah, it's a different.
The subtlety with which he played the character and उसके चेहरे पे कितना मतलब वो सीन जहाँ पे वो जाके he has to interview, right? That
yes.
scene is incredible in the restaurant where he's sitting with the boss and he has to interview and then he has to become Mr. Doubtfire and come out. Oh Lord, that is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody, I mean मुझे actually गुस्सा आया हमारे कमल हासन सर पे जिन्होंने कहा no, it is not a frame to
That
frame.
is what a bad thing. That's something which they should not have done, as they should given credit to the people who actually are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But anyways, देखो इसीलिए वो सब movies आज के show पे नहीं आते हैं, ठीक है?
Yeah.
That's something I should tell you.
Yeah. But you are right. लेकिन कमल हासन का एक और ऐसा मूवी है
हाँ.
जो actually एक English.
I will not even encourage that movie in today's show.
Why?
That is a total frame-to-frame copy.
I've not seen the Tamil movie.
Tamil movie, you have not seen it?
I've not
What
seen
about Bob you're talking about, right?
I'm talking about a movie.
Bill Murray, yeah.
Bill Murray's What About Bob करके एक मूवी है.
तेनाली बोल के एक इंडियन तमिल में आया था, हिंदी में भी बनाया उन्होंने, लेकिन I don't think it became famous in Hindi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an
मैंने
amazing
नहीं
story.
देखा.
It's an amazing. Watch it if you can get it on Netflix or on
It's a
Prime.
good family watch.
It'll
Christmas.
make you laugh and cry at the same time. It's like such a good, and he's done such a good job.
Yeah.
Both
Bill
of
Murray,
them.
yeah.
Bill Murray and who's the other guy?
I forget doctor's name though. Sean something, is it?
No.
अभी गूगल करेगी पता लगेगी, don't worry. एक्चुअली सोचने का नाटक कर रही है.
Richard Dreyfuss. Richard Dreyfuss.
See, she knows. Look at the way she laughed.
Yeah. No, Richard Dreyfuss. They've done such a
She
good
didn't pay
job.
attention to what you did. Okay, it's okay.
No, I didn't pay attention. Because I was busy catching up on this. And you should watch this. The best thing I feel like every time Altu does something really crazy and drives me up a wall, I feel like to like,
I know that. But I keep telling you baby steps, baby steps.
oh my God, in that you'll see you'll feel Richard Dreyfuss's anger, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, कि इतना गुस्सा आता है आपको, आप कुछ बोल नहीं पाते हो, एक बहुत ही सहमा सा आदमी
नहीं
कैसे
सहमा नहीं, composed आदमी. सहमा is again different. सहमा
हाँ.
एक composed आदमी जो एकदम जो स्थितप्रज्ञता के रहता है, right? अपने आप को अपने स्टेटस में मतलब nothing can shake him because he's a psychiatrist. ऐसे हिला के रख देता उसको उसकी दुनिया को, वो खुद अवार्ड he gets
वो खुद पागल हो जाता है.
yeah.
तो ऐसे उसका जो पेशेंट है ऐसे उसको हिला के रख देता है कि oh Lord.
Yeah.
It's
That's why it's called What About Bob.
the movie is What About Bob.
Yeah. But
Watch
उसको वो हमने लेके नहीं आए because today's show is not about movies made a bad copy of it.
Yeah.
We're talking about plot lines. For instance, you would not know बागबान जो फिल्म आई थी, right? आपको मालूम है बागबान एक फिल्म आई थी.
What?
And
Bagban also is a...
No, I'm not saying it's not copied. I'm saying the plot wise, right? It's very similar. It is based on a...
अब ऐसी मूवी भी हॉलीवुड में होती है क्या?
Ah, exactly my point. And you know what? Actually, that particular plot of the Hollywood movie is called Make Way for Tomorrow. It actually, the plot is about a couple, elderly couple who are, when they lose their house and none of their children want to take care of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So that's a surprise for me. कि हॉलीवुड में भी ऐसी मूवी हो सकती है.
नहीं, but it came out very long time ago. It came out like almost in 1940s में आई थी. वो तब की बात है जब फिलियल
Oh, really?
Yeah, because बाद में
कॉपी मारा हुआ.
नहीं कॉपी नहीं मारा हुआ. I wouldn't say don't think of it as copy. It's a plot line. देखो.
हाँ मतलब इंस्पायर्ड है.
हाँ, could be inspired because same line है ना. देखो आजकल अमेरिकन कल्चर में फिलियल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जीरो है, लेकिन 1940s में we had similarities with their culture because उनको भी था कि हाँ this filial responsibility रहेगी बोल के, right? Correct. That's when the movie came out. Movie came out from that time. It actually was starring Bula, Bondi, and somebody else. So I don't know. Anyways, but good. So there you go. Thank you so much, Victor Moore. Somebody else was actors, nothing actually.
या तो सुनते रहेगा आपको और ऐसे मूवियों के बारे में हम लोग बताएंगे कि ताकि आप नेक्स्ट टाइम आप वो भी देख सकते हो एंड बोल सकते हो आप झाड़ सकते हो ये नॉलेज
डेफिनेटली थैंक यू सो मच कॉलिंग मीनाक्षी
थैंक यू सो मच मीनाक्षी जी फॉर कॉलिंग इन
नमस्कार आपका हर स्वागत है पैम पैम के टेक ऑफ थर्सडे में हुज दिस हेलो
Pam, Pam, Altu Baba and Paltu Rani.
पैम
ओहो पैम पैम
विभा जी
हाँ जी, क्या हाल है?
खुश तो बहुत हो गए तुम
क्यों
हवाई में बैठी हो ना?
नहीं, आप दोनों के बिना हमारा दिल नहीं लग रहा।
नहीं आप हवाई में बैठो कम ऑन व्हाट इज दिस
हाँ
ओ फिर भी देख लो, यहाँ बैठ के भी आपको याद कर रहे हैं।
वेरी गुड याद नहीं कर रहे आप तो हमें फोन कर रहे हो याद कहाँ कर रहे हो आप हमें
आज चलो याद किया तो फोन किया ना।
हाँ वेरी गुड तो कैसे हैं आप
ऑल गुड।
आज का शो सुन रहे हैं आप
पालतू रानी टू जॉइन अस हियर।
नहीं एक मिनट आप बस सुन रहे हो कि क्या कर रहे हो आप
वहाँ पे देखा नहीं इतने सारे कमेंट्स लिखे हैं अभी
हाँ।
मैं वही देख रही थी उनका चाची 420 was a great movie not as great as Mrs. Doubtfire at least
Yeah.
for me
Agreed with you. Robin Williams is a class actor in a league of his own.
yeah absolutely
Yeah.
तो आपने
But
कोई
guys, you forgot one thing because I was thinking of Chachi 420. Did you guys watch? What was it? Was it Auntie Number 1?
No.
Govinda.
नहीं that is a I don't consider it to be a good movie at all
Auntie Number 1
yeah it was retake on Chachi Chosavis
oh really
yeah
yeah, but it was hilarious. I mean, you have to have an appetite for slapstick humor, right? For a movie like that.
Yeah, but
But,
you know when slapstick is done wrong, slapstick done right is funny, but slapstick done wrong is downright
I don't know, guys.
criminal.
I mean, for me, just seeing Govinda on screen makes me laugh. I mean, he doesn't even need to do anything.
No wonder
They
you
just
like
be
Varun
there.
Dhawan.
Funny. Yeah.
She's like David Dhawan's total fan, I think.
हाँ
So-
okay how about
David Dhawan ठीक है मतलब they're light movies, especially if you're
yeah.
like stressed out and stuff. You just watch one of those stupid movies where you don't have to use your brain and you're all good. Yeah.
Okay, and आप बताइए कि is that no? So we're talking about a Hindi movie that was a takeoff on something that was not Indian. Do you know of anything?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was. I watched the show for a few minutes, but and I heard some of the movies you guys talked about, but I can't think of any. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe,
how about
I mean, we talked about Rajini and we talked about.
Hey,
You guys talked about Chachi, Haji, Chachi, Haji.
एक ऐसा मूवी है जो इसका भी फेवरेट है हीरो
हाँ.
वो ना जहाँ पे remember they go on the sky no they're on the water it's like those jets shooting up what is that
I don't know what.
hey the Hrithik Roshan movie man it's like the scene is like when they're when he's above the water and the jets are shooting up and he's like
What's he doing
what is
What?
it
I
Bang
see.
Bang is that the movie
Yeah, Bang Bang with Katrina Kaif, right?
That
And
was-
Hrithik Roshan.
that was a takeoff on a movie right something called what is that state
No
what is Enemy of the State
No Night
Enemy, State of the Enemy.
no
Night in Tom Cruise and what's her name movie
Night and Day.
Night and Day
Night
yes
and Day yeah
it's a
And
takeoff
Katie Holmes, right? I think it was Katie Holmes.
not
who's
Katie
white,
Holmes
who's
her name
ex-wife.
was the lady heroine in Mask who's the heroine in Mask Patrani
I don't remember.
that blonde
I know Jim Carrey and I don't.
the
Yeah.
Charlie's Angel man she was the girlfriend of even Justin Timberlake for some time right
Oh, Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz
huh is it Cameron Diaz
Cameron Diaz. Ha.
Are you sure?
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah. Okay, Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise movie
Tom
Night and Day.
Cruise.
really
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't
Oh,
know
I
that?
didn't know that.
No, I
But
didn't know that.
Now you
I've
know.
seen. I think I've seen both movies.
Okay, how about I give you a storyline right now? Okay, let's see if you identify this movie. You definitely should know this movie because you love the hero of this movie.
Oh God.
This story is
Okay.
about a boxer.
uh,
Think of it like a dockyard boxer, gully ka boxer, right? Up and coming boxer. When he gets into the chungal of underworld mob boss.
Oh.
and he asks him to throw a fight, and he doesn't throw a fight.
Oh.
And something happens where he's supposed to testify against the mob. He doesn't do it, and then the power twists.
What?
Yeah.
It's
Boxer.
it sounds really familiar. And okay, so the actor is a boxer.
Actor's a boxer. Yeah. The hero is a boxer. Is a matlab gali ka boxer. Typical gali ka boxer. And
the movie that came out recently.
no, it didn't come out recently. This is a movie which she likes.
Wait, does it have Siddharth Malhotra?
No, it doesn't, Baba. Hey, it's a gali ka boxer, man. He's up and coming gali ka boxer.
It almost sounds like that movie, that Tufan.
But he actually has to report to a mob boss. He cannot do anything beyond to the mob boss. He can't tell anything to the mob boss.
Oh.
Oh.
And finally, he has to testify against him because of a murder which happens. So he teams up with the sister of the person who got murdered and stands up against the boss.
There is a movie
What?
like this in Hindi.
Yeah.
He teams up with the sister.
Yeah, of the particular person who gets murdered. But anyway, the point is, he is a boxer and he has to fight against his boss.
Wow.
जो बॉस के अंदर काम करते हैं क्या बोलते हैं उनको? I'm surprised you don't know this. You should know this automatically. हाँ?
जो बॉस से क्या गद्दारी करता है उसको क्या
गद्दारी
कहते
नहीं,
हैं?
जो who works under the boss, what do they call them? I asked you.
Stuntman.
Employee?
हाँ, employee generally क्या right? Employee क्या?
Robert!
Hey,
Michael!
he has to rebel against the
Samba!
boss. He has to rebel against the boss.
Namak Haram.
नमक हराम से पहले क्या बोलते हैं उनको?
हलाल.
नहीं, हलाल. Okay, बॉस की गुलामी करने वाले लोग गुलाम होते हैं.
गुलाम.
Yeah. And you know, Gulam actually was a takeoff. The plot is very much that of a movie called On the Waterfront,
Really?
starring
Oh,
Marlon
I haven't
Monroe.
seen On the
Yeah.
Waterfront.
Yeah.
You've seen Gulam,
Hey,
though.
you cannot see, even I have not seen the movie Waterfront. It stars Marlon Brando.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Gulam is Amir Khan and Rani Mukherjee.
So if it's Marlon Brando, Falcon, what time is it? Which era would have come?
This is that era. I mean, oh
50s.
my God. Yeah, 1950s.
1950s. Gulam came in 1998 approximately.
Lord.
Great movie, great music also.
No. So what I'm saying is, see, the plot is similar.
Huh.
Yeah.
Even in the movie, the On the Waterfront actually is about a guy who's a boxer, and same thing in this also. Gulam, he's a boxer, right? And he is under a boss, and he cannot retaliate against him. If he tells you throw a match, you got to throw a match, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now I think we have many more such movies. Probably we'll bring back one more show of this. What do you think?
Correct. I
But
think
thank you so much for dialing in all the way from where are you? Siberia? कहाँ पे हो आप लोग?
so. Hawaii.
Siberia, yeah, Siberia में ही है हम लोग.
The
Siberia.
opposite of Siberia. That's where she is.
नहीं, हम लोग
Seychelles में?
कोना में है, कोना में.
कोना मतलब क्या है?
कोने में है.
कोने में लगे हुए हैं हम लोग.
Very good. But thank you
उसका
so
कुछ और
much.
ही होता है. Please don't. कोने में लगे हुए हैं. Seems.
खोरी में लगे हुए मतलब
कोने
कुछ
में
और
लगे
है.
हुए हैं.
It has a very dirty-
नहीं, वो वाला लगे हुए नहीं, guys, come on.
नहीं, हमें मालूम है लेकिन हमें लगा ऐसे लगे हुए हैं बस.
No, it's always good to hear you and see both of you.
Very good. Just before you go, I want to tell you one more thing. आपने आमिर खान की बात की. आपकी एक और चिकना फ्रेंड है ना आपका सलमान खान.
हाँ.
वो भी कुछ नया कुछ करता नहीं है.
क्यों क्या? उसने भी
वो
कॉपी
तो
किया?
मेरा चिकना फ्रेंड बिल्कुल ही नहीं है.
आपकी फ्रेंड है ना वो मीनाक्षी का फेवरेट है ना
नहीं
सलमान खान.
दीपा.
मीनाक्षी जी और दीपा था.
हाँ.
नहीं सरप्राइजिंग तूने इनकी फ्रेंड दीपा नहीं बोला? वो फ्रेंड थोड़ी ना है यार.
फ्रेंड नहीं है ना. और पता लग गया.
मीनाक्षी जी and दीपा.
नहीं हमें पता लग गया. इसी देखो she never talks about मीनाक्षी जी.
Oh.
Noticed it?
Oh.
मीनाक्षी जी उल्टा बोलती है always. विपा जी कैसे हैं आप all stuff. So
अच्छा.
विपा never acknowledges that and returns back the favor.
Oh.
हाँ. ऐसे
Come
बहुत.
on, man. अब
एकता कपूर get lot of juice from our show.
मीनाक्षी जी और मेरे बीच में शुरू करना है.
नहीं मतलब I'm saying that Ekta Kapoor will get a lot of juice from our show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Salman Khan का जुड़वा मालूम है जुड़वा?
जुड़वा बोलो.
हाँ जुड़वा बोलो तो जुड़वा.
हाँ हाँ.
That also is a copied plot
No.
from the movie called
Called?
Twin Dragons of Jackie Chan. Jackie देखो. Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
okay, I
Twin
haven't
Dragons
seen
came
that.
in 1992. Judwa released 1997.
Oh Lord.
Same
Oh, wow.
concepts. But again, the plot is the same. But थोड़ा Indianized करके खराब कर दिया देवन ने. बस. But thank you so much for calling in today, Vibhaji. Sunte
Thank
rahega.
you.
Enjoy
Thank you,
कीजिए.
guys.
Have a good vacation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good vacation. Thank you so much. And of course, बच्चन आप भी यहाँ पे कॉल कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अभी हम बंद करने वाले हैं. फालतू ने क्या कुछ बोली थी?
नहीं, मैं बस ये बोलना चाहती थी कि ठीक है, हम लोगों ने जुड़वा के बारे में बात नहीं किया बिकॉज जुड़वा इज नॉट a palatable movie to me at all. It is not at all.
That's why I didn't feature it, but just kept it there. So.
Yeah. So लेकिन कुछ ऐसी मूवियाँ हैं जो you know शायद ही कोई और लैंग्वेज से या कोई और फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से उठा के प्लॉट को उन्होंने इंडियनाइज किया हो, लेकिन जो लार्जर ऑडियंस है, जो ऑडियंस उन मूवियों को एक्सेस नहीं कर पाती है, यानी कि हमारी जो population है इंडिया में, the large 70% of the population or 75% of the population that doesn't get to see all these movies or doesn't have access to Netflix or OTT or any one of these things, उनको enjoy करने के लिए I think it's still okay. You can give them a pass. But for those of you who make blatant copies,
we are here to call you out.
We will call you out for वो taxing it.
That's true.
Yeah. But इसी के साथ हम बोलेंगे बंधुजान कि कल एक और बार हम लोग हाजिर हो जाएंगे आपके साथ एक और मस्त सा थीम लेके. तब तक के लिए हमें इजाजत दीजिए. Have yourselves a wonderful, terrific Thursday. Good night.
Shabba khair.
And a प्यार भरा.
You are listening to Radio D Hotties, powered by Mahima Creations.
Hi, this is Akshay Kumar and you are listening to me on Radio D Hotties with Altu Daba and Faltu Rani, where entertainment
ना बदला मैं, ना बदला वो, ना बदला तू.